Aerox 3 wireless. I got this at Best Buy for $100, and honestly, I think that this mouse is a lot better than people are making it out to be. So, yeah, this is just going to be my initial thoughts about it and how I would rank it against other really lightweight mice like this. So, the Aerox 3 wireless is made by Steelseries. Here's the box, and yeah, it's a pretty nice mouse. Honestly, the reviews I've watched of it are just really bad, and they just say that just do not buy this mouse. But I bought it, so I can review it. Yay! But yeah, the shape is honestly really nice for me. It's very similar to the Pulse Fire Haste, at least for me, because shape is 100% subjective, and we all know that. But yeah, it feels very similar to the Pulse Fire Haste, and honestly, I really like it. It works a lot for my claw grip and my fingertip grip. So yeah, and the shape is ambidextrous, of course. But the Aerox 5 and Aerox 9 are ergonomic if you want to look into those. So yeah, honestly, the shape is pretty good for me. I know a lot of people who just don't like it, but shape is 100% personal preference. So next is the switches, and the switches that are being used in the Aerox 3 wireless are Steelseries version of TTC Gold. Let me give you a sound test. Honestly, they sound pretty nice, no QC issues, but I did notice that there is some moderate pre and post travel, but nothing that makes it like a massive deal or anything. Here, and they actually are the same switches that are being used in the Pulsar Haste. They're not the exact model, but they are based around the same switch. This is TTC Golds, I believe 60 million, and these are the SteelSeries Golds. So yeah, honestly, the Haste and the Aerox 3 are very similar. Like they can be very comparable, and honestly, I would say that they are one of the best lightweight mice that I've tried. So yeah, next is the weight. So the Aerox 3 wireless is, I believe, 68 grams. That comes on my scale, and it is exactly how it's mentioned on the box. It is lighter than the Model O wireless, but isn't as light as the Model O minus right here at 65 grams, or the Pulse Haste wireless at 63 grams, I assume. So yeah, honestly, it's a pretty lightweight mouse in terms, but it's not as light as something like a Pulse Fire Haste. So yeah, side buttons. The side buttons they feel really good. The thing is, if you take a look at them right here, they are super skinny. Like this is my hand on them. Like it's just so hard to hit in game. But let me do a quick sound test, because why not? So yeah, they sound pretty good to me. I know some people who have pre and post travel. That's just not on here. But um, if you get the mouse, be expecting to have at least some QC issues, since that is a very known thing with the Aerox mice and basically any SteelSeries mice. I know it happens on the Prime Mini wireless or something, but yeah, just make sure you're prepared for that, because this is not a perfect mouse like something like the Super Light or the Viper Ultimate. And even those aren't perfect mice. I know some people who have some QC issues on that. But yeah, the side buttons feel pretty good on my copy, but yeah, they just are really bad placed. Like it's just so hard to hit them in game. But yeah, scroll wheel. Let me do a quick sound test. I hope you could hear that, but it is very quiet, but it is kind of heavy, because I don't know why. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or if it's just a QC issue, but yeah, it's okay. It works, I guess. So it's kind of similar to my Viper Ultimate scroll wheel, how it's kind of heavy, but this my Viper Ultimate, I feel like it has a QC issue where it's slightly lower, and it's more it's hard it's like heavier because my Laser Viper V2 Pro and Orochi feel completely different. So yeah. Next is the texture. The coating. So the coating is pretty simple. It's very similar to the Pulse Fire Haste. It's not rubberized. It's just pretty good. It's just a pretty average coating, and he'll do the job well. There's no grips included in the box, but I'm pretty sure BTL grips has some. I'm not sure though. Next is the sensing. So sensor is the True Move Air sensor, and it works pretty good. I heard it's based off of 3335, but it performs pretty well, and honestly, no complaints. What is the DPI for this? Let me check. Oh God. Does it say it on the box? 18,000 DPI. So yeah, it is based around a 3335, I believe. And yeah, honestly, it's no complaints, no tracking issues, or yeah, just make sure to disable acceleration and angle snapping in the software. If you want to have a completely raw input. But yeah, next is the skates. Let me do a quick glide test. Let me move these out of the way. So yeah, this mousepad is the Artisan Heat in Mid, so it will glide pretty fast. But these skates are 100% PTFE. These are the V2 skates. So yeah, the old ones were really bad. They were like these black dots on the mouse, and they were just so thin that they would eventually start scratching your mouse pad, and they were just really bad. But these are really good skates. Like they're up there with the Pulsefire Haste and Rocket skates. So good job for Steelseries for finally getting these right, because they are very nice. Okay, battery life. So the battery life is rated at 200 hours. I think that's on Bluetooth mode. I don't know. I've only been using the mouse for around like 3 days. So yeah, honestly, this technically isn't initial impressions, but honestly, I just can't wait long enough to make the review since I haven't been posting a lot recently. So yeah, so technically you can call this an initial impressions if you want. But yeah, the battery life seems fine, and it charges pretty quick. I had to charge it because when it came out of the box, it wasn't at full battery, so I had to charge it at the beginning. So yeah, it was really fast charging, and it's micro US. I mean, it's USB-C, so no issues with charging. And if you're one of those people who don't buy micro USB mice, then this mouse will be fine for you, I guess. I don't get why you wouldn't buy a mouse because it has micro USB. That's just kind of silly. But yeah, you do you. Price is, I believe, $100. I bought it at Best Buy. I don't think there was a sale. It is kind of overpriced, especially when you see the Pulsefire Haste at $80 and the Model O minus at $80 as well. So honestly, I would recommend these two, especially since they have better specs and better features and are more lightweight. But honestly, the Aerox 3 is pretty good. It's just $20 more expensive and is a much better value for $100 than something like the Rocket Burst Pro Air. So yeah, honestly, I would kind of recommend this mouse if you want to like have a good wireless mouse. But honestly, I would just recommend the Pulsefire Haste and the Model O minus much better, since they have better features and better specs while being more lightweight. So yeah, honestly, that is my review of the Aerox 3 wireless. So yeah, I will be making a review on the Burst Pro Air. And one final thing to mention, this mouse is so much better than people made it out to be in the initial reviews. I don't know why, but maybe I just got a perfect copy. But if you're buying this mouse, make sure you're open-minded and expect some minor issues. So yeah, that is just my review on the Aerox 3 wireless from SteelSeries. So yeah, see you later.